I'm Mary Jo Betterly. Our company's Better Reserve Consultants. We're a reserve study specialist. My name's Mary Jo Betterly. Our company is Better Reserve Consultants. We perform reserve studies on homeowners associations throughout northern Nevada and southern Nevada. A reserve study is a budget planning tool for the association's large expenses. It's not meant for day-to-day operating expenses. In a typical homeowners association, for example, a condominium association, components would be included in the study such as roof replacement, painting and siding replacement, asphalt, maintenance, slurry seal, overlay, even the pool interior resurface. And of course, now we've added roof rejuvenation to that list. Really great question. I believe that we are the pioneers of reserve study specialists in using roof rejuvenation in the reserve study. We found out about the Roof Maxx product and roof rejuvenation about 2 years ago when an association asked us to include it in the reserve study. And we were really hesitant because we have to sign our name to that document. We want to make sure that it's a viable maintenance treatment that's going to actually help the association. So we went to what we call Roof Maxx University with Brad Mills and Jeremy and Wally and learned so much about the product that now we recommend that any association with asphalt shingles consider talking to the Roof Maxx group to find out if it is an option to help them save their money and eliminate some expenses. Exactly. Well, we describe it as similar to the road maintenance treatment. If they do the slurry seal or the seal coat, whatever the treatment might be, every 5 years or whatever is recommended based on the type of product, it can actually increase the life of that asphalt so that they don't have to do a reconstruction or a removal and replacement. And it's the same with the asphalt shingles. They're able to push that useful life out and take care of the roofs, maintain it so they don't have to replace it so quickly. Absolutely. Well, I've been working with the Sierra Loma Homeowners Association for many, many years. And actually their budgeting process has been great. They've known that they needed roof work to be done. They knew that they needed certain replacement. But with the economic crisis that we've been faced with recently, the roof costs and all costs have dramatically increased. When we did their most recent full reserve study, we found that they were definitely underfunded. And that was based on a roof complete replacement on the north side of the property within about 5 years. Roof prices in our area have doubled or tripled in some situations. So by using the roof rejuvenation, they were able to push the useful life of their roofs out 15 or 20 years, which means they were reducing the expenses. We also have the BRC third-party comparison tool, and we're a neutral third party presenting information to the dealers and their customers showing how much money can be saved or the reduction of expenses for the future. And this association saved $1.2 million or reduced their expenses by $1.2 million within the next 5 to 7 years. Exactly. This association has always maintained a healthy reserve account. Their board of directors has always been on top of it. And like you said, it's not different than other associations. We are seeing more special reserve assessments this year than any year in the past.
And you were able to avoid that this year, or at least for this part now?
I'm not going to say that yet. We're putting together their schedule, but we were able to reduce their expenses by $1.2 million, which means if they do have a special reserve assessment or if they have to raise their assessments, it won't be nearly as much as it would have been. Well, that's a great question. We always talk as reserve specialists that it's important to include the board of directors' vision in the planning process. When there's funds that aren't spent, such as this $1.2 million on roofs, now they can work on upgrading their pool area, maybe some landscaping renovations, some enhancement. They're actually working on a project right now with siding and painting, and each association quadrant is responsible for their asphalt. And I know they are doing some upgrades in the asphalt too. So about a year ago, we had a conference call with Mike Fiesel and Brad Mills, and Brad was very pleased that we were helping communicate the value of Roof Maxx with Homeowners Association and Board of Directors. And Mike Fiesel asked if there would be a way that we could do a reserve study just on roofs. And when we dug deeper into that, we realized that the whole point of that question was to be able to show a customer, an individual homeowner, a commercial building, even an HOA, how much their expenses would truly be reduced by using the Roof Maxx treatment versus replacement. So we've put together a report that's super easy to fill out. It takes just seconds to generate within the computer, and it can be given either by email or in person to that customer to show them exactly how much money they would need to save, put in the bank for the future expenditures for those Roof Maxx treatments, how many Roof Maxx treatments could be done, the estimated remaining useful life of that roof without Roof Maxx, and the remaining life with Roof Maxx. So it's truly a black and white document that helps the customer understand exactly where their funds will be going and how that they will be saving. So, and I'm glad you brought that up. We are a neutral third party. We don't work for Roof Maxx, and we don't work for the association or that individual customer. This is truly a third-party generated report that can be used for the comparison of using the product and how much they would have saved or spent without it. Absolutely. So, and there are questions about our third-party comparison dealing with other vendors and other aspects. We are putting together a third-party comparison for paint companies. For example, some paints last 15 years, like an elastomeric paint, versus a 7-year paint. That could be an evaluation. The resurface within the pool. There's different coatings and so forth. And even asphalt treatments, as we mentioned, the roads and the asphalt need a treatment. There's products that last 2 or 3 years and aren't very expensive versus high quality products that last 7 to 10 years. Maybe they cost a little more, but there's a great savings and reduction in price. If you're interested in more information, please contact us through our website. It's BRC, Better Reserve Consultants. We'll send you a link. It's super easy to use. We've made sure that it's not complicated. You just touch a button and put in the information.